In today's tough business environment, you need more than just a great idea. You need a game plan. With celebrity business expert Kevin Harrington, top American entrepreneur and inventor of the infomercial, hosted by Amy Osher. With entrepreneur guest Rover Here. Watch as up-and-coming and established entrepreneurs give their pitch to our celebrity expert and get their game plan to take their business to the next level.
Hello and welcome to Game Plan, where the pros show the entrepreneurs how to take their business to the next level with a step-by-step game plan. I'm Amy Osher alongside Kevin Harrington, the king of the infomercial. You all know him as one of the original sharks on the hit TV show Shark Tank. Kevin, it's always great to be on set with you. How are you doing?
Hey, it's great. We got another game plan. We're going to be helping entrepreneurs today take their business to the next step, so I'm excited.
Really a lot of fun stuff, too. And I've seen you a lot on social media. I don't know if you know, but I've been following you. You've been very busy.
Well, thank you. I do a lot of trade shows, and it's kind of an annual thing from the electronics businesses, the pet business, the outdoor business. You know, I love going to a lot of the shows, and then along the way, I'm also communicating via social media. There's just so many opportunities now with Facebook Live and some of the
it is,
Instagram
and you've really
stories
capitalized
and
on
things.
that.
It's
and
exciting.
Speaking of pets, so you're going to love this first one. I know it's something that's near and dear to my heart because I have a small pet and I love to take her places, but sometimes I'm reluctant to because I don't know where I'm going to stop along the way.
Sure.
And that presents an issue, not just for me, but for a lot of pet owners.
Right.
And the first entrepreneur that we're going to be speaking of, David Smith, he saw that as a potential opportunity and not so much an obstacle. And he built a business around it. It's called Rover Here. Website is the same name, parkroverhere.com. So it's a really great idea about supplying safe places for dogs in the event you want to drop them off outside on the way into a store or something.
I love the name, Rover Here.
I know, isn't it great?
It's pretty descriptive, right?
Now, owner of the company, David Smith, asked a representative to be here with us to tell more today. So we've got Bob Sifal here. Bob, can you come join us on the set?
I sure can. Hello,
Hey there, Bob.
Hey.
Good to see you.
Kevin.
Good to meet you, man.
Shark Tank.
Hi, Bob.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Hey.
Sit down and
Should
tell
I
us
bark
more
a little
about
bit?
this. Yeah.
All right.
I hope your dog's not parked out front, but we want to hear more about this
Right
doghouse.
over there.
The pet business, really anything related to do with pets, sounds like a really great business to be in because we all love our animals. They're really part of the family.
Well, it's a huge business. I mean, I think it's something like 80% of all households have some type of a pet. So, I mean, it's, you know, you have also folks who are maybe moving on in years. I mean, it's their new children. So pets are really important these days.
And I guess as you're out running around town, a lot of people would like to be able to take their pets with them.
Yeah.
But what do you do if you've got to go in for a little bit somewhere? You don't like leaving the pet in the car.
No,
right?
you're really crossed up. In fact, it's funny. I just heard there's a little place here in Florida called Dunedin.
Right.
And it's many restaurants. I've been there. I took my daughter there.
Yep.
And there's a situation we have people with pets all over the place, walking the pets, and they can't go in and eat at the restaurants.
Right,
so that's
Restaurants,
real big.
grocery stores, you can't bring pets where food is served or processed or things like that.
Right.
So that does present an issue. You either have to stay outside. The worst too, it breaks your heart when you see a dog in the car. Even if they crack the window or something, you know.
Doesn't matter.
You know.
I mean, how many have y'all ever heard a dog literally yelping?
Sure.
Because they're either terrified, maybe it's happened to them before. Maybe I do not like being in this car baking.
Right.
Or they're terrified, or they just maybe miss their owner and they're crying. That's a situation, and that's one of the areas that we address.
So Rover Here is a new business that is launching now, where you can actually they're going to they have. Dog houses, I guess, the best way to describe it, right?
It's almost like a mini kennel.
Yeah.
Okay. You get the idea, and literally, let's say with Publix, that's a store I shop.
Grocery store, right?
Yeah. They have bike racks, and then they have other areas where you could easily place one of these quick stop pet, units right there, and then you have your app. Okay.
You
go, well, I wonder if on the Rover units.
That's a really clever addition to that, too.
You go, yep, right there.
Okay.
And then you park your car, you take your little dog out, and there's your little mini kennel, and you can leave your dog right there. It's also interesting. they've got webcams in these.
Oh, wow. So while you're in shopping, you can be watching, make sure your dog's doing okay outside.
That's right.
Oh,
that's right.
I think they call it a smart dog house because there's a lot of technology incorporated. You're going to have to make sure that it's climate controlled for the dog to make sure it's comfortable. A locking mechanism. You have a wonderful dog. You don't want it to go off in someone else's car. So there's a lot of dynamics that go into this, as well as the webcam. So you really want to know that you're leaving it at a safe, secure place as well.
I'll tell you, it's funny you talk about security because there are many a time, my daughter is a huge pet lover, but when she was younger, she had no fear. So imagine you're 5 or 6 years old and somebody maybe has left a dog and this happened to me many times, left the dog outside of an entrance. And of course my little daughter would run over to the dog. I'm going, oh, whoa, 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 because you don't know whether the dog is friendly or not.
Right.
So that's another big application. This, you have to, you're thinking about your dog, but you also have to think about the little kids who maybe if you've left your dog at the entrance, you know, maybe a little aggressive with a dog and all of a sudden there's a bite and, you know, everybody has a problem.
Right.
So that's another big issue.
What's interesting, in addition to the education and the safety of the dog and the chance to get that message out, how was he able to turn that into a business?
Well, I don't know if you're familiar, in the past you have a whole area of vending machines. That's the model, where you literally have private owners of vending machines. They could be food machines, the gumball machines. Way back when people would buy a gumball machine, they would put it at a store, give the store a little piece of revenue, and then the person would enjoy a revenue stream. So it's the same concept.
So does the dog owner pay the fee to put the dog at the
well, the major source of revenue are going to be advertisements because effectively you've got a billboard.
You've got a lot of sides there and some space to sell.
Exactly. I think there's going to be ongoing marketing research to discover whether maybe there could be a premium paid service that could be a revenue stream. I think that's really still in the kind of the marketing stage, but the major income source is going to be the advertising.
Advertising around the actual house itself.
Yeah, think of it this way. For the store owner, they pay nothing. They get the benefit of having this service for their consumers.
Sure.
So they get more people coming to the store because they know they can drop
now
the dog
they can
off.
stop. You're right,
So
Kevin.
there's a benefit to the store, right?
The major beneficiary or the major revenue source you'll see it will come from the advertising and people putting, you know, there's going to be signage and there's going to be educational material. You're also going to have public service revenues coming in because there's a lot of education about dog care that's going to happen because of this.
Right.
And how is he currently marketing this? And, you know, how do you think Kevin can help him?
Well, what do you think, Kevin? You got your store owners. That's a group. You've got consumers who have dogs. I mean, what would you?
Well,
what angles would you play?
The first thing that comes to mind is if you can get the consumers to buy into the program, which I think anyone that owns a dog is going to love this because this is a chance for them to. It's a convenience factor for the dog owner, right? So now, once you build that list, you should be able to get the store owner to buy in immediately because he now is going to get that traffic. So it's kind of like as you go around, you're going to build the list of people that are going to go to these dog-friendly kind of establishments, right?
Very
So if Walmart is doing it versus Target, people are going to be at Walmart instead of Target, right?
Bingo, absolutely.
And now the advertisers also, so as you build this list of users, you're now also getting a built-in demand for the advertisers.
Absolutely, because there's going to be an app connected to it, so they can advertise on the app.
So you want to focus on downloads, you want to focus on publicity, on PR, on all the things that will drive the sales, the downloads of the app. And because downloading the app also is going to bring value to the advertiser.
Correct.
Because if they get, as part of the deal, they should be getting access to anybody that's downloaded the app.
I agree.
Right?
Yes.
Oh, wow, you're right. That's a value right there.
So now
as well.
they can offer these advertisers, maybe it's dog food and vitamins and you know, there's now breath fresheners for dogs and things like that. So all these different products.
Dogs now?
Yes, oh yeah.
I think my dog could use it.
I was just at the Super Zoo conference recently. I mentioned I love conferences, right? So Super Zoo is one of the big
That's the
pet
big one,
shows,
isn't it?
and then
Like
there's
the biggest
the
one.
Global Pet Expo also.
Right.
I've been to both of those, in the last 6 months, and there's amazing products and lots of companies looking to connect with people. If you've downloaded an app as a dog owner, that you are a very high-level customer that
you've identified yourself already.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
So this is major.
You know, I know another thing they are going to be doing is they have a very unique social media campaign that's about to start. I don't know. Have you ever seen those instances? And this is maybe not such a nice example, but remember when there was a terrorist attack in France? And all of a sudden you saw the flags, everybody was downloading, put the flag on their profile picture.
Yes.
And there are millions and millions of these downloads. Well, actually Park Rover is developing one that's kind of like a dog. So you could change your face into a dog or maybe have a dog in the background.
Oh, neat.
But it's called an overlay.
Okay.
And they'll be generating tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people just for the overlay.
Oh, wow.
From that. And when you do an overlay, you get all the data. You get the email address and the information off of Facebook and everything. That's another list source.
Very creative. I have not heard of something like that, but that's you've got a lot of room for opportunity within this business model.
Huge.
And I think we have someone here that's actually one of the customers.
Yes.
Would you like to bring out Jose Hooker? He's one of the first people to have them.
Hello, Jose.
Hi.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Hi, Jose. Thanks for joining us. Please
take a
have
seat
a seat.
here.
We'll
Thank you
scoot
for
over and make
having
room
me.
for you.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having me.
So it's the smart doghouse. Is that the term you were using? It just sounds perfect.
It really is
Well,
good.
It's a descriptor
Yes.
of the business, right? So this is a business opportunity for you.
People love their pets, whether it's a cat, whether it's a dog. We like to have them in a safe place when we go shopping. And right now in the market, there is no such a thing. So I jump into this opportunity.
Yep.
Well, it's great to hear from someone as well that actually believes in the product and has bought in. So that really means a lot, that you see a lot of potential here.
That's
Yeah,
right.
and I've heard there's some kind of a tie-in with a QR code. Can you explain that?
All right, so I'll let Bob. Bob has a little bit of experience more than myself about the QR code, if you don't mind.
Well, I think naturally in any type of marketing environment, you're going to have a QR code play with this. And once again, it's about data collection and gathering and building a list as rapidly as possible. As you know, when you have a QR code, it's real easy to get involved and get into the system rapidly.
Now, how would that work? Is there a QR code attached to each house?
That's what I understand. Yes, there's a QR code in each of the units.
Okay.
That's right.
As the world moves more towards digital, and you're talking about data collection.
Data collection.
That's what digital is all about.
Comes
It's about
in, yes.
data collection, being able to communicate back to the potential customers, and from a marketing standpoint, I think this is hopefully some of the areas that David is focused in. But here in Game Plan, we try to give some ideas and things like that. But Facebook is a great place to advertise, right?
That's for
Because
sure. You can target
you can target right in
Yes,
to
yes.
go after those dog owners and communicate with them. There's probably, I would imagine, maybe as you build this database of people that are friendly towards Park Rover Here, then you're going to be able to go to the retailers and sway the retailers that they're going to have this, because people are going to say, I'm not going to go shopping unless they've got a Park Rover Here.
Well, I got to tell you, if you think of yourself, if you're quote unquote a salesperson working for the central office, and you're trying to get a Publix involved or an Albertson involved, and you go, well, in your radius we have 785 Park Rover subscribers.
Right.
Do you think you'd like to more a connection to them? It's
Very
really
good use of data.
As long as you're not charging the store owner for a unit, I mean, all you're really asking for is space.
They don't have much to lose then.
Yeah,
I know that being a dog owner, I really like it when I see the shop that has a little bowl of water out for the dog, because then that you get the sense they're pet friendly. Even sometimes there's no water in the bowl, but it kind of triggers to you that pets are welcome, therefore I'm welcome, and they kind of have an alliance, and we kind of see eye to eye on some things. So it makes you have a good feeling about that store or business, I think.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
I think for me, for instance, when the opportunity was presented, right now, if a store owner decides to join us and buy one of these units, they will send a message out there, they're pets friendly, they welcome people who own pets to their store, and they're bringing a service to the table that's not up there. And right now, the potential of getting more of these houses on the market. It's huge. If we only talk like right now, we're talking store owners, but
Right.
there is government buildings, there is amusement parks. Like for instance, I live in Orlando. You guys will know all these amusement parks. So if you want to bring your pet with you, you don't have to leave it in.
You can't. I tried.
When you think of the alternative, okay, the alternatives to Park Rover Here are keep your dog at home and stay home because you're not going to leave your dog, or go to the shop, leave your dog in the car, which is not a good alternative. Okay, so now Park Rover Here gives you the alternative to be able to bring the dog in and hang out, and with a webcam to watch what the dog is doing while you're inside. It's an amazing concept.
I think we've gotten a lot of great information here, and so I appreciate everyone joining us and learning more about Park Rover Here, and I hope you'll stay with us for the next time we come back with Game Plan.